dumbass dog. Fucking kill us both.
I'm just dicking around with these.
Fucking puppy almost took us out. He's like always just like right under me. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out the way.
All right. Let's go ahead and do this, man. I bet you that's Noob. Is Noob here? No, it's Sound Alert. It's some fucking bot. All right. I was gonna say, dude, Noob is fast with those notifications whenever we do these.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and. Two. Five. There it is. Okay. Allison, what's up?
What's up, mama?
We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. And you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Rewind. RN and I are back. We got a quick video for you all tonight. We got a weekend full of wrestling. Of course, Saturday is WWE's Queen and King of the Ring. And then immediately following that show on Saturday, on Sunday is AEW's Double or Nothing. So RN and I are here. We're going to go ahead and just run down both cards in a pretty timely fashion. We just give our predictions on what we think is going to happen. But first, RN, how the hell are you, dude?
I've been better. Working my new job, not my new job, working my second job. Around this time of the year, I have to bounce at one of these small bars here in town, and it's not even bouncing. It's literally just college kids and shit, like nothing crazy. And then I got a tooth taken out a couple weeks ago. And the fucked up part is where they took the tooth out is fine, but my jaw is fucking infected. So,
oh, that's no good.
I've been eating mashed potatoes and noodles and soup and shit for the past 2 weeks.
Oh, that's.
And you can hear I kind of got like a lisp. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought you had a speech impediment. I wasn't sure if it was like, you know, you were born with it or what was up with that, but.
So not only are you a racist, but you discriminate against handicapped people as well. Okay.
Hey, you guys, we stream this live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Smacked Raw. Of course, we're over on YouTube, youtube.com/Smacked Raw podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. Hey, Allison. What's up, Tommy? Got Will in here. Damn. How was trivia night
up,
last
family?
night? Well, how was trivia night? Said Timmy. It's Timmy, Tommy, Tyler. It's all the same, right?
What's up, Will?
All right. Well, anyways, let's kick it off, man.
go.
We'll go in order. WWE's up first. They're going to be airing tomorrow morning from the progressive city of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and it's a 5-match card. I'm sure they're going to have a whole lot of pop and circumstance while they're over there too. Maybe some surprises. But we'll run down these 5 match types and then give our overall thoughts on the card. Kicking it off is the Intercontinental Championship match between Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and then Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed's in this?
Mm-hmm.
He just feels like a third wheel in all of this, to be honest with you. Barely even realize he's in the match. RN, who do you got, man?
I'm gonna go with Sammy. I just don't see him losing it this soon.
Nah, man, they make it a big deal out of him coming to Saudi Arabia because, of course, he wasn't allowed to for a while there. So now they make it a big deal whenever he goes over. Otis is in the peripherals here, man. So that's the thing is I'm not sure if Otis, how big of a factor he's getting.
I think he's going to help Sammy.
You think he's going to help Sammy by not helping Gable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really want Gable to get his hands on that title. But I do kind of the mind is got to overcome the heart here. I think Sammy's going to retain. There's too much in this separation. This is like abuse story of Master Gable and Otis. This might be the time that Otis stands up to him. All right. Next up, Women's World Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. There's a lot of ways this could play out, but I do not think it's Liv's time. I think they're gonna probably get her into Money in the Bank. Like, she's a potential winner of that. But I feel like this is also another kind of safe bet. Becky just got that title, even though it is only under the circumstance because Rhea is out injured. I don't see them going hot potato because otherwise, why not put it on Liv right away? So that's kind of my logic here.
That's where I'm at too. And Liv's ass, I'm sorry, I've never could understand her, the crying and shit. And then now this toddler-sized woman, just because she's got a little attitude, and I never could get behind the character. And I still am not. So I'm going the man, or whatever name she's going by right now.
Oh yeah.
Looks like you got a question in the chat, Kyle.
Yeah, they're asking, what room am I in? Is this my bedroom? No, this is the same studio it's always been. I just reorganized here. Hold on, I'll go solo real quick. There you go. Oh, hold on. No, there we go. Yeah, it's the same studio. I used to be positioned over here, and the camera would be facing this way, and now it's just all behind me, all long way. I hope you like it. It's a lot more room. You can actually see. I use it for my photography. Over here, I set up a little studio, took a bunch of pictures of these kittens I'm trying to get rid of. So, yeah, I had to make this room fit all my hobbies. That's what I did. There we go.
Is that the room I'm sleeping in when I come there?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Allison, I rearranged it. Yeah, I did. This desk used to stick out long way. It took up all the room. It didn't make any damn sense, honestly.
Which room's the hot room?
The house is hot. This room is cool.
Yeah, that's the one. I'll sleep on a fucking bed of nails.
This is currently the only room with air conditioning.
Oh yeah, I literally will sleep on a bed of nails as long as it's not fucking hot.
Yeah, I know. All right, so here's where we got to pull into speculation station, RN, because we are shooting this Friday before SmackDown. The Queen and King of the Ring semifinals have not taken place. We know who's going in on Raw, but we do not know who's going in on SmackDown side. So the Queen of the Ring finals is Lyra Valkyria taking on the winner of Nia Jax or Bianca Belair. RN, how do you see this all playing out, man?
I think Nia's gonna win because the King and Queen of the Ring shit is normally better done on heels and makes more sense on a heel. So we already know Lyra's in it and she's face. So I think it's definitely gonna be Nia, and I'm actually picking her to win.
Yeah, I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm right there with you. I think Nia suits. For one, I'm tired of the played out regal character that you get whenever you win Queen or King of the Ring. Happy to know that finally we have something to replace that. That being the stakes of the winner gets a title shot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
SummerSlam.
that. Yeah.
However, if there is anybody out of the remaining 6, I wouldn't mind adopting a regal character. I think Nia Jax would pull it off like fantastically. She's just like a comical enough heel for it to, I think, work. Which, by the way, also side note, I think more people need to kind of give Nia some credit. She's been kind of on fire for like ever since her return. To be fair,
Yeah. I think what would be dope is if they gave her, since she's fucking huge and she's technically the heater, put like Jaden and Katana with her, whatever those little pipsqueaks are. Put them with her to be like her J&J security type deal, bruh.
Yeah, man.
It'll give them something because they're played out and whack too. Like they need something. Like I feel like turning them heel and like letting them be like cannon fodder for Nia. I think that would be kind of dope.
Wait, who'd you say you wanted to be cannon fodder?
What is it? Will, what's their names, man? You in there? The little tiny bitch and the black girl with the fake eyes.
Oh, the party chicks.
Kate, was there some Katana Chance or I don't know?
Katana Chance
like
and Caden
names.
Carter, I think it is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they really haven't. They really are just kind of like cannon fodder. But, anyways, Will says Disco Ninja Sex Party. That's there you go. So Nia Jax to win Queen of the Ring. Yep. That's what I'm hoping. I think it'd be fun, like more fun with her. Anyways, moving on up to now, Gunther, who we know is in on the Raw side, is going to take on the winner, Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. And as cool as it was that, King Haku won King of the Ring, and you got Tama, that built-in story, he ain't got a snowball chance as hell of winning King of the Ring. This one, I'm not going to lie, not the most confident on. I think Gunther would be badass to go from the longest Intercontinental Championship reign to King of the Ring, just further projecting him up the ladder to becoming world champ, which is like just an inevitability at this point. Mm-hmm. But also, you have Randy Orton and the potential of him and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, which would be like a huge, huge main event. I think that is the way I'm leaning tonight. I believe Randy Orton is going to win the whole thing and is going to be the 2024 King of the Ring.
Nope. I think you're wrong as hell. I think it's going to be Gunther. And I think Gunther versus Randy is a match that everybody wants. And I think because Randy Orton's like kind of like the litmus test for you springboarding to the main event. And I think this is where we get it with Gunther. And I think he becomes the champ at SummerSlam.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting, man. I mean, you can't go wrong either way. To be fair, with the right creative, any of the three would be, honestly, really fun. Really fun.
The only reason why I think that is because they put this stipulation in. Like, if they didn't put that stipulation in, I probably would have picked Randy, too, because Randy hasn't done anything really. Like, it's a way to throw him a bone without giving him a title, where he can still be kind of off to the side with some shit, maybe even turn heel because he's a king. But once they put that stipulation out that you get a title shot, I was like, oh, Gunther's winning this for sure.
Yeah, it feels like the one odd thing is no matter what, if Tama doesn't win, you're gonna wind up at SummerSlam with either heel versus heel or face versus face, because you got Gunther going in and he's gonna take on either Damian Priest or Cody. Am I drawing a blank? No, he wouldn't take on Cody. He'd take on Drew McIntyre. Assuming Drew doesn't have the belt by SummerSlam.
Right.
And then, of course, Randy Orton being face would take on
But that's
Cody
another
Rhodes.
thing, too. How do we know Gunther won't be face by then?
Dude, you can't make that guy face. You can't make him face. Like, he's way too powerful. Like, it's like...
They can't make him face, but the crowd can make him face.
Yeah. I mean, the crowd loves him no matter what.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you distance him away from the Nazi dude and just let him go out there and just, like, beat the shit out of people, he could easily become a face by SummerSlam.
Yeah. Good. Main event time. Undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes taking on Logan Paul. The United States title is not on the line. This one, dude, this is the biggest lock of the night. There's no way Cody's losing this belt, especially at a Saudi show to Logan Paul of all people. I believe the match will be full of shenanigans. to make it fun. But Logan Paul has already shown he ain't shy to eating a pin. And, of course, with that stipulation that he's not losing the belt, just feels like it further solidifies
right.
that he ain't got no chance at
winning. And that's one of the things I like
event.
about him, and, like, where there's, like, jaded wrestler part, like, doesn't get in the way, because, like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's like, I'm doing something I love, and they're paying me millions of fucking dollars for it. If you want me to lay down, I'll lay down. I'll take 5 pins in the night. I don't give a shit. I'm just getting to showcase that I'm good at this. I'm taking it serious, and I already got my belt, and it's not on the line. I'll eat all the pins you want. And I think that's, I don't want to say refreshing because that sounds kind of lame, but, like, you're right. He don't give a shit about taking a pin. He's out there just to show out.
Yeah. No, he just comes out, does good work. He's the best celebrity wrestler of all time. I mean, literally. I don't think there's really much of an argument to that anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, man. No, that was so yeah. Really quick. Okay, so some prop bets here. Just a couple ones. Who eats the pin in the triple threat between Zayn, Gable, and Reed?
I think Gable does.
You think Gable does? Yeah.
I think Otis is gonna help him. I think Otis is gonna help Sammy.
Okay. Do the bloodline interfere with anything?
What do they got to interfere in?
They're not booked for anything, so. But, you know, they always get their hands on some stuff. They are also draws. You don't think they want to go over there?
If it wasn't a world title match, I would say they'd probably do the main event just to fuck it up because they're not on the card. But being that the title's on the line, I don't know. Like, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to get involved, but it was worth bringing up because it's going to be weird having a pay-per-view without any Bloodline members featured.
Right. Especially since the past, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just such a prominent role. Mm-hmm. And then if, you know, the closest to a Bloodline member being in a match is Sami Zayn, of all people. But
right.
And then lastly, does Uncle Howdy debut at the show?
I'm gonna say no, and that's only because everybody wants it to happen and keeps talking about it. And Triple H don't do no shit like that.
Yeah. Plus, what would he do?
Right.
You think you'd want to kick off the feud? I mean, or do you think it could be a case like they did with Bray Wyatt when he returned at Extreme Rules, where he just made an entrance and closed out the show?
Well, I just don't think it is because, let's be honest, the Saudi shows are not canon. Or however fucking Kanan, or however fuck you want to say it, like they're like in their own little what if universe. So that, and then all that shit that Jay was talking about with the Fireflies and all that stuff, like, and then he just pretty much tried to scrub that away, like it didn't happen or like he didn't talk about it.
He's the eater of worlds.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like, I think because of all of that, no, because people are already on the lookout because of that conversation he had. So,
have you been doing the QR codes?
No.
No, they're pretty eerie, man. One of them had a jump scare. Scared the piss out of DJ. Yeah.
That's all they got for it. They got Bo. No, they signed Eric Rowan.
Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross. Those are the most heavily rumored members.
Right. Okay.
Those are, you look anywhere about anybody who's doing research and predicting and stuff, those seem to be the pretty well accepted combination of members that will be in the faction. Because it does look like they're going to go forward with the faction. I think it's going to be neat. I do feel kind of bad because I don't think Bo is going to get the rapturous, how would you say, like, I don't think he's going to be received as big, of course, as his older brother. Bray.
I think the opposite because of his brother and that documentary. That documentary, like, that shit was a fucking tear jerker.
Yeah, I watched that. That was pretty rough.
And you got to see a part of him that we haven't really seen, like the actual person and not the wrestler. I think, and the fact that they're doing it for Bray was something he started. So I think the fucking root's gonna go off the place.
I hope so, man. I want the best for Bo. I want him to be able to carry his brother's legacy, do honor with it. I want him to, I want all the success in the world for Bo.
And not even that, people, we forget that he was a dope ass fucking wrestler. Like, we forget that.
I think he was straddled with like a poor gimmick.
Terrible
like
game, the B team and all that shit.
Yeah. Because he started to show an edge like here and there. It was kind of like moments where you were like, oh, are they going to do something with Bo Dallas?
Right.
He started letting his facial hair grow out and he started, having an edge to him. And I remember one time distinctly, like it was like on Raw or something. And I was like, oh shit, he looks and he comes across just like his brother Bray does. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is badass. And then, like nothing happened. But yeah, I want the best.
But again, I'll just keep pointing this out. One of Triple H's guys.
Man, he's former NXT champion. I think he's the second? He's the second or third.
He was the second, and I think the longest reigning.
Because I know the first
Will,
three.
Can you fact check me, Will?
Seth was the first, and then I know Bo and Big E were like 2 and 3. I just never can remember which one was which.
I'm pretty sure Bo was like the longest reigning one.
I'll wait for someone to decode all the QRs and then just watch them on TikTok. Allison says, "No, man. Me and the kids, anytime when Raw is on, we're always on have our eyes out for the QR codes. Mainly for them. They find it awesome.
But again, that's another thing too. The kids love that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Something for them to be involved in. And when you get the kids involved, the parents get involved, and that's you know what I'm saying. So that's what I think. The Roots are gonna fucking like. They're gonna lose it in there when it finally happens. Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for King and Queen of the Ring. I think it's going to be a pretty fun show. It's Triple H at the helm. You know what? It might be kind of like how we look at AEW pay-per-views, where it's like nothing here has like the hugest, most epic build, but it should be a still fun night of wrestling nonetheless.
Hey, I mean, let's be honest. They haven't missed on any pay-per-views in a long time.
No, they haven't. They have not. And usually when our expectation, like we don't have the largest expectations, it makes the company easier for them to exceed those expectations and have a fun time. I think it's going to be good, man.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
My motto.
What time Eastern does that show
I thought it was 1
start?
p.m. I thought it was 1 p.m. Eastern.
I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I was watching somebody talk about it, but they were on the West Coast. I think that's why they referred to it as the morning.
I'm pretty sure it's 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's usually like noon or 1. Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. All right, next up, AEW's Double or Nothing. I forgot to put the ticker up for WWE, but I got a ticker for AEW. Their predictions. This has got a big card. I think it's like 10 matches in total.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, you know AEW. They just cannot restrain themselves.
I just hate them being Sundays now, man. Like they God. If I was them, I still would have went on Saturday night.
10 matches. You gotta get in the chat with well, you did last time.
Yeah, I did last time.
Allison and them. When they do
it again. If they do it again, I'll be on there Sunday.
Yeah, man, that's always fun.
That was a good time.
That was a good time.
Remember the one dude we kept getting into it with?
The less said, the better. No, I
hope he's there, man. I was poking the bear on him every time.
Oh my gosh!
I was hoping he was gonna pop off.
Anyways, so this is AEW's what this is one of their main pay-per-views. Although AEW doesn't have, they have more pay-per-views now, but still not the most. Which one would you compare this to? Is this is like their SummerSlam, right?
No, I thought the one in England is their SummerSlam.
All out. That's right. This is like their WrestleMania. No.
Yeah.
Is it really? No, that can't be.
Wait, All In, right? This is All In, right?
No, this is so All In was like the Ring of Honor show, and they do that one, but it's not nearly as big. They run that the week before All Out.
So what's this one?
This is Double or Nothing.
Yeah, this is their WrestleMania because this is where they had the casino thing where you had to get the poker chip and shit and all that.
Yeah.
The Money in the Bank. This is their WrestleMania.
Oh man, for that to be the case.
That's probably why it's 45 matches on the fucking card.
For that to be the case, not the largest builds, but some fun stuff for people who are big fans of in-ring wrestling. AEW has got you covered. Let's kick it off. The AEW International Championship. Roderick Strong, who's the champion, taking on Tony Khan's favorite new plaything, Will Ospreay. RN, go ahead, kick us off. What do you think's going to happen here?
Will Ospreay's gonna fucking murder these dudes. He's finally gonna get a title. He definitely should have got a belt before fucking Okada. But I understand Okada's like I don't want to say the bigger name, but maybe the more well-known person, and he's with the elite.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely Will Ospreay. Like we could have just skipped this one.
Yeah, this is 100% going on Ospreay. I don't even think with the entire kingdom trying to back up Roderick Strong, he's going to hang on to that belt, which is a shame. He's been a fun champ. Roderick Strong, it's funny because out of when the Undisputed Era was running around, Roderick Strong was like never really on my radar. Him and Bobby Fish kind of filled the same role to me. I always thought it was all about Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. And then it's I hate to say it because I know there's a bunch of people who are going to be like, Kyle, what the hell are you talking about? Roderick Strong has always been the man. But this is kind of like the first time, this championship run of his, where I was like, oh, this guy is actually the shit. I love his personality.
You're half right.
Yeah.
He was more like the Undisputed Era's like enforcer. Like he was the one that fucking like attacked everybody, ate all the fucking pins and shit like that. But like he was always like there, like secondary kind of, I guess. But no, like I agree with you. Like we finally got to see like Ring of Honor-ish Roger Strong, where he was on his own in the champ, and like, you know what I'm saying, like putting himself out there, and he's like the de facto leader of the group since fucking Adam Cole was gone. So no, yeah. I think you're definitely right. Like I think we got to see more personality from him besides just the dumb shit and the yelling at him. Like I do that shit to Adam all the time. Like Adam, he's like, what the fuck is your problem?
Dude, yeah, no, me and I mean, I haven't since the character hasn't been doing it, but we were doing that in our household too, man. It was, how could you not, man? It was a lot of fun. With that all being said, yeah, he doesn't have a chance in hell. Will Ospreay is definitely going to take this.
Yep.
It's going to be nice to see some gold on Ospreay. Can't wait to see him in Don Callis' family, whatever, kind of really start to go their other ways. It's that
they're gonna turn on him just like the fucking Mobile Embassy did fucking Swerve, bro. Like he has no creativity when it comes to breaking up groups or like just moving on. It's the same fucking thing. They're gonna fucking Will Hobbs and them are gonna attack him in like a week or two, and then the former friends. Remember the last pay-per-view? 9 of the fucking matches were former friend matches.
What would be fun is, and I'm open for it, is all the stuff that's been teased with Don Callis and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, like, I'm into that.
I'm kind of into that, man. Like it's an interesting pairing. You know, ever since Paul Heyman did like the manager for Roman Reigns, he's kind of opened up the door for like strange bedfellows.
Yeah.
With like
you know what
managers.
I'm gonna call? This is what I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call that does happen, and Cassidy's the one that fucking takes out Ospreay.
That's what I'm hoping for. I think that would be the coolest way to do it. Because the way you said it, like with Will Hobbs and them, that's just, like you said, cheap and lazy. But if you can get Orange Cassidy to do it, and that's how Orange Cassidy turns heel, I think that'd be dope as hell. Probably, in my opinion, the most predictable match of the evening. Toni Storm taking on Serena Deeb. Poor Deeb, RN. My God, how did they fumble the bag with Serena? Everybody was pining for her to return. She comes out. She does a promo about these seizures she was having, and the crowd could not care less.
Nope.
And all of that mystique of this just violent technician that Serena is in the ring, just all of that washed away to like poor promo work, and then the crowd essentially just turned on her completely.
We're eventually gonna have to just say that Tony Khan does not know how to book wrestling shows. He may know how to book wrestling matches, but he does not know how to book a wrestling show.
Damn, because
he fumbles every return, bro.
Deeb was cool though, right? She was fucking cool as shit, dude.
She was dope.
Yeah.
He fumbles the bag all the time, bro. The only one that he has not fumbled so far is Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
I will give him credit for that. That is the only thing he has not fumbled so far is Will Ospreay. But any returns or incoming stars, he fucks it up. Like, why Sasha Banks, when we'll get there, never mind. I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. The guy can't book a wrestling show. He can't.
We'll get there, yeah. Toni Storm's going to win this. Yeah, this was so poorly, the build was so poorly done that they had to do a double turn. Like the week before we get to the pay-per-view. because you were just gonna have everybody shit on Deeb in all
Right.
the babyface spots. So, yeah, Tony Storm's gonna retain, and then hopefully this heel character with Deeb starts to pick up some momentum, and she can get back some of that that aura that used to surround her. Going on, AEW's TNT Championship, brooding Adam Copeland, champ taking on Malachi Black. This is a barbed wire steel cage match, which is, dude, I'm stoked, RN, for this match. I'm not gonna lie, this just strikes me. Ever since the bloodbath, I am just in a glow of like attitude era level kookiness and violence,
Right.
and the fact that we're doing a barbed wire steel cage match with these two guys, I think this match is gonna be fucking bonkers, man. I think it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I do too, but I still think Edge is going to win because Tony Khan's a fucking idiot.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
I want Malachi to win.
Yeah.
Like I'm firmly behind the House of Black. They're one of my favorite factions, but like they booked them so trash too. Like it's like I don't know. Like I genuinely want Malachi to win, but like I don't trust Tony to make the right decision.
yeah, it's not only that. They just once again just reinvigorated Adam Copeland's character. He showed off the fangs and did the bloodbath. We're probably gonna get Gangrel. They're gonna, because like, remember that was the thing. Is Edge had that steel cage match, or no, the Hell in the Cell with
Yeah, and he came out with the Brood.
no, he came out to the Brood music.
Yeah.
And he recently did an interview with Chris Van Vliet, and CVV asked him, he said, what's up with Gangrel? We all thought it was going to happen, and Edge simply said, he's like, look, I tried, and they said that they didn't think anybody was going to remember him. And so with that being said, with that interview taking place so closely to all of this, and then them dropping Gangrel, I'd be shocked if he didn't appear, man. I think that's going to be really, really cool. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to say Malachi Black still wins it. I say Gangrel comes out, but like he did whenever the Hardy Boys became the new Brood, Gangrel instantly turns on Edge. And, and Malachi wins the title.
That's just convoluted enough to probably be true, actually. So
I hope it's true, man. I hope it's
I'm
true.
not going to change my pick just because we're probably going to agree on most of these. So I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to keep it Edge retaining.
Will, this is actually the same water bottle, man. The light just hits it different. I think that's all it is. All right. Going on. John Moxley taking on Takeshita. This is an IWGP World Heavyweight Championship eliminator match. The title is not on the line. If it was, I would say this is like a lock. However, with there being the title is not on the line, and you've got Forbidden Door coming up later this year, I could see Takeshita winning. In fact, that's who I'm going to go with. I'm going to say Takeshita wins this match. I know, it's crazy.
No, it's not, because I'm picking the same thing.
For real?
Yeah. They clearly got some shit behind him, and I like him. I think he's kind of dope. And like you said, it's an eliminator match, and it's title's not on the line, and he's the IW. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna wait for like Forbidden Door or a New Japan show. So like, hey, I'm calling Takeshita too.
Yeah, apparently he did an interview recently, and he was like, "I don't like wrestling here in the States." Like, he kind of trashed Tony Khan's AEW without being like too direct about it. But apparently he alluded to he's not having the most fun wrestling here in the States. You're gonna probably throw him a bone. He
only wrestles once every fucking 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's that roster, man. That roster's too big, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That roster is too big. He can't get everybody enough shine. We got Orange Cassidy taking on Trent Beretta. So the go-home math, I think, would have Trent Beretta winning this. The only problem is Trent Beretta is the one who turned on Orange Cassidy, and he's already lost. He loses again?
Yes, Trent Beretta's gonna. Like, come on, man, let's be done with this. Like I was done with Orange Cassidy being with them. Like I love fucking Chuck Taylor, but like, come on, man, he's outgrown them 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame too because I remember the original, the OG co-host of mine, Rob, was a huge fan of Best Friends, Trent Beretta and Chucky Taylor, and I feel bad they never won the belts, man. That's solely for Rob. I just wish they had won the belts at some point. I could have texted Rob, "Hey, your boys got the gold," but instead they broke up. And Rob, who messages me like once every 3 to 6 months, immediately messaged me afterwards that he was heartbroken. So, yeah, I wish Trent and Chuck had gotten further up. But yeah, you're right. I hate to say it, this is kind of like Orange Cassidy leaving the dead weight behind. As much as I like him, let's just be honest. Yeah, Orange Cassidy's got this one in the bag.
Right.
All right. We've got a For the World Championship match. Chris Jericho, champion, taking on Hook and Shibata in a triple threat match. Of course, Chris Jericho. How you liking the learning tree? Chris Jericho, come on, man.
I don't fuck with Chris Jericho, bro.
No?
It's the same shit as everything. He just changes the name. It's still the Jericho Society. It's still fucking the Inner Circle. He just changes the name. Nothing has changed about his character, bro.
It's him and Big Bill and their
So him and Big Show.
Is essentially him saying, "Yeah, I read your Twitter. Don't you like it?" It does.
So it's just like him and Big Show, just like him and fucking what's his name, Jake Hager. Like it's literally the same exact thing. Him and a heater, and him talking shit, like saying people should listen to him.
Yeah,
it's literally the same thing.
I guess you.
He's just got a list of names he fucking patents, so he can every couple months he can just change the name of the group and keep doing what he's been doing.
When he came out and he said he name dropped the Jericho Vortex, which is what's been coined for everybody that gets sucked up in the Chris Jericho stories and they don't get much shine and it ends up wasting like always like 6 months to a year. When he name dropped that shit, I laughed so hard.
Yep.
Because I was like, they just directly.
Now, he said something else that made me like, he's like, you know how I like to book myself doing that? It was like, he said something about,
like, you know, I got to be on TV,
time.
John.
Right,
yeah, I know you guys want to see me on TV every week. And yeah, no, I think it's hilarious. Jericho, Jericho's going to win here. He's, he said he's never letting go of that belt. He's not going to lose it in a triple threat match. He's going to lose it in a singles match against Hook, probably somewhere down the road. Question here is, who eats the pin?
Shibata.
Shibata? Really? Yeah, probably.
Because then that's your way of eliminating him, so it can be Hook and Jericho 1-on-1.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'll say Shibata. All right. The Unified AEW World Trios Championship. We've got former Bullet Club Gold, now known as the Bang Bang Gang. They apparently they wanted to stop sharing their money with New Japan. So there you go. They just got rid of Bullet Club, Bang Bang Gang, taking on former AEW Trios champs Death Triangle, Pac, Penta El Zero, and Ray Phoenix, who just returned and looked badass. This is your AEW just balls to the wall match that we're gonna have. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second. See, whenever the other thing too is this makes cameos a lot easier because I got all this room. What you got for me? Sweet. Is this one? I mean, I'm gonna put it on here right now. Okay. Okay. My son dropped me off. It's probably not gonna focus on that shit.
Oh, can't tell what it is.
Yeah, it's a cat sticker. Thank you, dude. It's the end of the school year. They get a whole bunch of goodies to take home. Yeah, Bang Bang Gang's got this, man.
I don't think so.
No? You saying and new?
I think so.
And new. Death Triangle, who ain't had a match in like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't even remember the last time they all had a match together.
I'm saying shit. Phoenix been out damn near a year, hasn't he?
He's always injured, unfortunately.
Yeah. Right.
And then when he's not injured, Pac is injured, and when he's not injured, Penta is laid out. Yo, okay.
I'm just gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna call them just.
Hey, we gotta have a risky call at some point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can't play it safe all day. It's gonna be a fun match. It's what it is. It's gonna be a fun match. I gotta tell you though, Jay White's rambles worse than I do. The promos, he's gotta tighten them up a little bit for my taste, personally speaking. All right,
another wasted opportunity, and another wasted debut.
RN's so bitter, man. So bitter. AEW TBS Championship match. Willow Nightingale, who's the current champion, taking on Mercedes Moné. RN, you said that you had some strong feelings about this.
I mean, not just strong feelings, but just like everybody knows that of all the horsemen, Sasha was not the promo chick. Sasha's the in-ring chick. Mm-hmm. She's been doing promos the entire fucking time she's been there. It haven't been good. Let's just be honest.
It's been what, almost 3 months since she debuted, right?
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
Is it? No, I don't think it's that long. Was it?
It's been pretty close. When did she debut? Go ahead. I'm gonna look it up while you talk.
Yeah, no, it's just like put her in the fucking ring. Like they should have did what they did with Osprey. Like let her wrestle, not fucking have her just walking around talking. She's not a good promo. She's never been a good promo. She's the in-ring worker. She's the worker. Let her work. Like. I mean, this is another one we'll need to talk about. She's clearly winning this, getting revenge back for her getting injured.
Yeah. It's been 2.5 months.
Damn.
She debuted March 13th. It
didn't seem like it was that long.
No, it's been 2 months and 10 days. So, yeah,
right.
It's been about 2.5 months. Yeah, just promo after promo. Although I do like that they finally turned her heel. And then, of course, Willow had that awesome powerbomb spot through the table. That felt
that's another thing. Like, everyone knows Sasha's the heel. She only works as a heel. Like,
yeah, I think what they thought was because people would be so excited to see her, it would when she debuts, it would automatically make her babyface. They did the same thing with Paige, although Paige honestly makes a better babyface than Sasha does.
Yeah,
but I think that's what it was. They were like, well, the crowd's gonna be so excited that you're debuting. How could you be a bad guy? They're not gonna boo you. You're finally wrestling again. And it's like, dude, you give that woman a microphone for more than 30 seconds, people will start booing her. Like that is it. She just
her strength is in the ring.
Yeah,
let her wrestle.
But her personality is like Baron Corbin. You know, at the very it's just so naturally heelish. Like it's babyface is tough.
And boring, honestly. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, well, it's because it just doesn't know how to be like a creative, like good guy. Like it's way more depth on the heel side. Yeah, she's winning this though, like hands down. Mm-hmm. The only way I could see it is, it cannot be understated that Willow is getting momentum. Like every week, she's getting more and more fans. She's getting louder and louder reactions.
She's doing better and better in her promos.
Yeah, I would not be overly shocked if they did pull an audible and keep the belt on Willow. Mm-hmm. Like I could see that happening, but they don't give stars the belts off the rip. I forgot about that. That could happen, and it could. Well, I'm just saying, it's potentially. But yeah. I still think it's Mercedes. I still think so.
It's definitely Mercedes.
Yeah. All right. Then the co-main event, the Anarchy in the Arena match. These are always a ton of fun. The Elite, which is Okada, Jack Perry, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson taking on Team AEW, Bryan Danielson, FTR, and Flamethrowing Darby Allin. This match is going to be pure chaos. It should be funny. I think this is where we see some like returns or debuts because I think Darby's eating the pin. I'm just gonna go with it right here. I'm just gonna spoiler: the Elite's winning. It's this is essentially AEW's NWO. Like they finally have this semi like just air quotes like cool faction like of bad guys, and it wouldn't make sense for them to finally get all together, take on a ragtag group of people waving an AEW flag,
Right.
and then just come out and lose right away. I do think they're going to get some help. I think we're going to see the return of Hangman Page, and he's going to join up the heel elite, which I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yep.
Otherwise, Aaron, what do you think?
No, I totally agree with you. I'm just glad people are really starting to recognize like how good the Bucks really are. Like, and all they did was just lean into all the shit that people have been saying about them on the internet for the past 5 years.
and manifest that character.
Yeah.
Not just throw it back in their face, but actually be that character. Oh, you want to say that we're like this, so let's be like this. Let's show you what that is.
Yeah, like when Swerve on Dynamite, when Swerve was back there, he was like, play my music. He's like, somebody play the Champ's damn music. Like, that shit, I don't know why that shit was so funny to me, but like, I fucking lost things. Yeah, you push the button. I'm like, God damn.
Well, it's also, I think it's pretty original. I can't recall another time where you had essentially a wrestler that plays producer. You know, because that is kind of like what they're doing is they're playing like producers. And it's cool. And it's just enough. It's just enough, like kayfabe, not like fully. I booked you to lose this match. They don't go that far. They still treat it like it's a sporting event that they're organizing and they're running it as it goes.
This is AEW's version of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I'm a fan of it. I like it a lot more than a lot of other stuff I've seen the Bucks do as of late. Like, it is the most interesting thing. To be honest, though, I'm more taken in with Okada and Jack Perry. I want to see what those guys got going on, man.
I fucks with Jack Perry. I think he's doing good. I think the heel, him finally embracing it, like, because I didn't think he'd ever be a good white meat babyface. I mean, I knew he was good and like he's at it, but like I could just tell like the stuff with his dad and just everything, like just everybody expecting him to be that smiling motherfucker. Like, he's one of those type of dudes like I was expecting like break out as a heel. I just didn't think it'd be him fucking play fighting with CM Punk was going to be the catalyst for it.
That would be what did it. Like, let's set us over. Yeah. It's gonna be. I love. I mean, going back to like just the Anarchy in the Arena. I love those matches. They've done 2 of them so far. Both tickled my fancy because I'm a guy who I love to laugh, and they're always filled with just funny, stupid spots. They never take themselves too seriously. And that's I just can't wait for it. I think,
and that also goes to the genius of the Bucks that we never want to give them credit for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't take their shit that seriously. I think that's what pisses a lot of people off too.
Right,
is because they don't seem like they take like on screen their stuff seriously. This is their career. I'm sure they take it plenty seriously.
And their company, not just their career and their company.
Last up, main event, AEW World Championship match. Swerve Strickland taking on your father, my father, all of our fathers, Christian Cage. It's Swerve. Yeah, we know it's Swerve.
You know who I'm picking.
It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna.
The only complaints I have is that this is what, and they did this with MJF too. After he was so hot, the biggest thing in wrestling, like, why is he wrestling at 9 o'clock in the evening? Man?
You talking about this? Like, why was he in the middle of the card?
Yeah, like. And it's not just him. Like, they're all their champions. They never have them like closing the show or at least like looking like the main event or like the last thing we see when the cameras are cutting off. Like, it's like I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Do you hate it? Well, I remember. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely off base, but this is the first thing that came to mind. Back when a lot of people would focus more heavily like on the ratings. I remember that in WWE specifically, like on Raw, they would track their ratings up through each hour, and it was always at the very end of hour 2 going into the third hour is where Raw would peak and then lose its fans.
Yeah, going into 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Do you think that could be what's going on here? Is maybe 9 o'clock is when AEW peaks, and that's when they pull out the start. You know what I mean?
I mean, I kind of understand that, but also at the same time, it doesn't make your champion feel like
Yeah, I mean,
a
I'm
big
just
deal.
guessing. I'm just guessing.
No,
but-
I mean, I'm just saying, like in general, like I'm saying, even if that is the reason, what I'm saying is, your champion doesn't feel like a champion if he's always the opening match with a jobber, or in the middle of the fucking show, all this stuff going on, and it's somebody else closing out your show. Like, I never got that with them. Even with guys I liked or didn't like, they've always kind of done that. Like, the champion is not the last thing we see before a go home show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
that shit doesn't make sense to me. Like, in WWE, we're gonna see Cody, we're gonna see fucking Damian, or they're gonna be involved in something for a go home show. Like, you got a go home show for your WrestleMania, and the champ's done by 9:15.
Yeah, I mean, no, I hear you there. I saw your complaint, and then I watched it afterwards, and I was, the thing is like the company always struggles when it comes to the storylines anyways. So it's, I don't know. Like,
No, but my thing is, like, it's not even about struggling with the storyline. Like, you can put that storyline at the end of the fucking night.
Just have that stamp your evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What did the show end with? Oh, well, it ended with Darby and the flamethrower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
this is your go home show to your WrestleMania, and the champ was done and not seen on the show by 9:15.
Yeah. Well, here, I'll be an apologist for him.
No,
But
let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know it
go
sounds
ahead.
like I'm hating. Like, if this was just like a normal week of Dynamite or something like that, like, I'm not mad at that, because you're trying to build up the story with the Bucks on it. But, like, you're literally going into your WrestleMania, your end cap, your pay-per-view, and the last thing we see is fucking Darby's dumbass for the Anarchy match, which is the co-main event. That's not going on last. Like, that doesn't make sense to me in any shape or form. Does that make sense to me?
The only thing I can think of that is like why, like how that would be justified, and like I said, whether you agree or you think it even, or you understand it and you think it's dumb, the only logic I see to it is Swerve versus Christian is not really too much heat there. There's not really, they had their segment, it was a lot of fun, but there's not as much, like, I think, perceived anticipation as the Anarchy in the Arena match. Now, granted, that's on AEW's fault. You shouldn't have your co-headline outshining your headline,
that's the
especially
part
with
I'm
your
saying.
champ. Yeah,
That's
so that's
the part
like,
I'm saying.
yeah. But I can see, like, if they're like, hey, look, man, we got Darby with a flamethrower at the 9 o'clock and Swerve chasing Christian down and beating him up on a minivan to close, or we can swap the time slots. So I can see why it did. But I completely agree with you. Like, yeah, your champ, that should be your big story. That should be your big hook to the pay-per-view, not the co-main. And
like I said, if this was like one of their B pay-per-views or just normal, like, Dynamite or whatever, like, I get that. I understand that we're building towards it, but you're going to your biggest pay-per-view of the year, and like you said, the co-main event is what we close the show with.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I totally get it. I'm kind of looking past this pay-per-view for Swerve, and I'm just banking on that he's going to have something juicier to chew on, leaving this, getting us towards the summer when we're going to All Out. So I'm kind of sleeping on Swerve, and kind of like Cody. Cody over in WWE right now is like, he just had this huge thing with Roman Reigns, and now he's, Logan Paul, and no one could really care less. I feel like that's where we are with Swerve. Is like this is the first feud. No one really cares. I hope, and I'm hoping AEW will build us something much better post Double or Nothing. But it doesn't change the fact that you're completely right. Your champ went on at 9 o'clock because you can't come up with something as a bigger hook for the guy. But it is what it is. Once again, long show. Have fun getting up for work on Monday, because we know this ain't going off the air until at least like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. But it'll be fun to watch, man.
Oh, nobody's going to work on Monday. What you talking about? It's a holiday.
Oh, yeah, except for everybody that works in like retail and food.
Tough break, nigga.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Everybody else in my job is, but I'm not. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Let us know who you think is going to win. King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, and then, of course, Double or Nothing. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. We've taken like a 2-week hiatus. We do this every now and then. We take a little bit of time off, but we'll be back. I got more fun stuff with the studio. I got some stuff I'm going to incorporate with my photography we didn't even dive into today. But thank y'all again. Until next time, y'all have a good one.
See y'all next week.
Where's that outro? Hold on one second. What is that?